What if social media, the one thing we use to connect with others, is what's secretly tearing us apart? My goal is to persuade you that the negatives of social media outweigh the positives. To do this, I'm going to discuss how social media allows misinformation to spread quickly, online bullying like cyberbullying, and negative impacts on your mental health. The first topic I'm going to cover is how information can be misleadingly spread. It is simple and easy for people to share or repost things publicly online. According to John Hernandez on social media marketing website, last updated May 9th, 2025, when posts are shared, increased visibility from social media algorithm occurs. When more people see a post, the point is more likely to get across. So if the information is false, that false information point is getting across to more people publicly. Another issue is that on the algorithm, there are things to distract you, like a share, follow, and like button. The longer you stay on the link, the more likely you are to react with the post. When you react with your post, the brain releases dopamine. This dopamine causes a positive mindset or outlook on the post. When you relate the positive outlook to the information you are reading, you are more likely to believe that this information is true and tell people, before you even consider if this information is correct. According to Bruce Goldman on Stanford Medicine News Center, last updated October 29, 2021, dopamine, the chemical that is involved in addiction, is linked to when we react on social media. Dopamine is linked to addiction, leading to addiction not only on social media, but to sharing posts. If we constantly share these posts, we are constantly sharing this misinformation we are reading. Another issue with social media is that content creators can receive payment to post about things. This could be false information. When someone you follow tells you something, you're likely to believe it because you follow them and believe what they're saying is true. A prime example of this was marketing by Kim Kardashian promoting a cryptocurrency called Max. People believed her promotion because they had always followed her and seen her as a person to look up to, only to find out that this currency was false and she got a payment of $250,000 from the company. She was falsely advertising, yet people still believed it because she was famous and somebody they followed. While social media impacts the spread of information, it can also impact the treatment of people online. Online bullying, like cyberbullying, can occur on social media. There are a number of different kinds of social medias like Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. According to Jean Petrino on cyberbullying security website, last updated August 26, 2025, parents of children between the ages of 10 and 18 were studied. On these studies, they found out that 21% of parents said that their children were cyberbullied. Outside of this 21%, they said that 56% of these parents said it happened during the time of 2019. This was COVID-19. During COVID-19, there was also an increase in technology usage, leading to the cyberbullying and bullying being linked to technology. Another problem with social media is that anybody can access it at any time and post about you without your full permission. A story that reminds me of this is Harrison Warren. He was a young boy who created a Facebook page to link with his friends at school and interact. When his mother looked at the page to see what his friends were posting about, they were posting rude comments about Harrison and bullying him online. Since you can't stop them from posting it and can only report the post once it's made, that's what his parents did and just had to hope that Facebook would take it down. Outside of this, the bullies on social media don't truly consider what they're saying due to no face-to-face interactions. According to a study conducted by Amanda Giordano, published by the Child and Adolescence Counseling Journal, last updated February 3rd, 2021, the bully doesn't see how damaging the bullying truly is. When we cannot see how bad it is, they continue to do it instead of learning from these mistakes. This is bad because they're getting away from it now, which means they think they'll get away from it in the future. If they get away with it in the future, there could be worse consequences. With the issues in cyberbullying, there are also mental health issues that arise when using social media. One key mental health issue is depression. According to Caroline Miller, assisted by Jerry Bubrick and Alexander Hamlet on Child Minds Institute, last updated April 1st, 2024, once smartphones were introduced, 92% of teens and young adults own one, and during this period, there was a rise in depression symptoms that were related to smartphones. When children, teens, and adults are on these smartphones, they often look at what other people are doing and compare themselves. When you compare, you can get this feeling of feeling like you are not enough. This is one thing that leads to depression. Another issue with social media is that it's accessible whenever you need, meaning you can lose sleep staying up late at night being on social media. Little sleep can lead to constant tiredness, which is also another sign of depression. Another key mental health issue is anxiety. According to a study by Bradley Kerr, published in the Journal of Adolescent Health, last updated September 4th, 2024, 56.3% correlation was found between social media use and anxiety in a total of 23 studies. That means out of the 23 studies conducted, over 50% of users had anxiety symptoms due to usage of social media. This means that social media leads to a linkage in anxiety within people. Another issue with social media mentally is it can ruin your image of what you think a realistic body is. This means you see unrealistic standards full of editing that you do not know what's real and what isn't. When people see this, they lead to believe that something is wrong with them, and comments made by people can also lead you to having a worsened image of yourself. Clearly, the negative impacts of social media outweigh the positives. Social media can cause misinformation to be spread easily and quickly. You can also be cyberbullied and harassed online, and there are also factors that negatively impact your mental health. So while social media does have aspects that help people in their daily lives, it also harms them. The damages of it on your life make it impossible to deny that social media has an overwhelmingly amount of negatives that outweigh the few positives it has.